Hi, Rihanna. I'm just setting the time for next week before I forget while people are kind of coming on. Hey, Corinne. Hi, Valentina. Hello, hello. All right, May 14th. That is next Tuesday, right? 6 p.m. Hate how it makes you write a description. Okay. I don't even know if you can see the description when you come into the live. Does the little thing pop up that says help us read and research these diaries? I don't really know what the point of writing the thing is. All right, missed the last two, waiting for them on YouTube. I think they're both up now. I can check. Wonder if this will be logged into mine. Did I do that? Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I caught up to it. So it's in the Slippy Diaries tab. Yeah. So I unfortunately don't have, I didn't check, is my microphone okay? I didn't check that it was coming from the good one. You don't hear a lot of background noise, right? I wanted to put a picture, I would love to put a picture of Georgia in with him, with Ralph, because it's her diary too, but we don't have a picture of her, so it's just Ralph again, but it's a slightly different color, so I'm trying to differentiate them. The purple ones are the 1901 diary, and the 1903 ones are teal. So hopefully that's enough differentiation, but I just uploaded them 2 days ago. I went and uploaded everything I hadn't, because I've been slacking. All right, hey everybody. So I'm going to get started. I think what we're going to do for today is, hold on, I gotta open up. I did upload the pictures of February in case we're really efficient and we get through all of January and want to do February, but we left off at January 20th, so I have to find that on both of theirs. We're reading two diaries at the same time because they're engaged, I think, at this point. They're not married, but they will get married later on in this year. So I call them husband and wife already, even though just because it's easier, but they are not technically married yet. So it's the same year from the husband and the wife's perspective. And it's been really cool to read them both side by side. Ralph's been going back and forth. He's in school. He goes to Cornell College in Mount Vernon, Iowa. Is it Iowa or Illinois? Iowa. So yeah. I don't know what my throat's doing, but it just cracked. Now it feels weird. Okay, so what we've been doing is kind of jumping back and forth between George's diary and Ralph's and transcribing them and seeing kind of what overlaps. That's been pretty fun. So Tuesday, I think I haven't been typing the dates actually. So we've done the 20th, so I'm going to go over to the 21st. So this is Georgia. And if you guys are trying to catch up, there's also on my website, which I'll just go show you where everything is. On my website, which is linked in my bio, I have the transcriptions of the diaries all written out. So if you click on, you can't see it, but, oh, that's not working. If you click on where it says the Slippy Diaries, that's when this page pops up. And these are Google Slides, but they're just not loading because I think I'm streaming and my internet is being used up too much. But if you click on those slides, you'll see previews and you can see the entries we've read so far. So I update that as we read more. And if we find pictures of people, I stick them in there too. So it's kind of like a little scrapbook. So you can either watch the live, the replays of the lives, but if you don't really want to sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours and watch that, you can just read through them on the website. Okay, so January 21st, 1903. This is Georgia. Breakfast. And, oh, you missed last week's live? I got it uploaded onto YouTube now, so. Went downtown. Downtown. So she lives in Waterloo, Iowa. So when she's talking about downtown, she's talking about downtown Waterloo. And I can show you kind of what downtown Waterloo looked like in some old pictures. So this is her city. Oops. I always hit the wrong thing. Here. That's where Georgia is. So they haven't talked, good question, they haven't talked about getting engaged yet, which is why I say that they're engaged, but I'm also kind of like hesitant just to assume that, because I don't know, back then, I'm pretty sure engagements were like shorter things most of the time. I don't really know. So I don't know if they've already gotten engaged or if they will get engaged or if it was even like as much of a formal thing. Oh, thank you. If it was as much of a formal thing as it is now, like maybe it was just hey, let's get married. Okay. And then they make plans to get married and it's not like an engagement. I really don't know how the culture of that was back then, especially like all in different places, but maybe we will come across an entry where Ralph actually proposes to her. That would be cool, but I'm just kind of assuming. Yeah, courting. Yeah, it could be considered the same. I don't really know. I know that in the 1917 diary that I have been reading, it seems like proposals were much more casual than they are now. Like, people would propose to each other all the time. So, I don't know. Hold on. Okay. So, we're just going to keep going. Maybe we'll run into an entry where they'll get engaged, or they get married in December, so it's possible. But it seems like they're they're serious about each other. He comes to visit her, like, every weekend, and they work together, so. All right, went downtown, was to office, was at office. It looks like was to office. What do you guys think? Came home early in afternoon to bring some things for Papa. And we actually just found a new picture of Papa. Well, I don't know. I feel like we've probably seen it before, but we've seen so many pictures of, like, certain people. Like Ralph, her future husband. We've seen a lot of pictures of him. I feel like we've seen a few of her dad. So we might have seen this before, but I stumbled upon it in a newspaper when I was doing some research yesterday. So this is her father at the time of the diary. So we had this picture of him. I don't know what year this was, but this one is in 1903. He looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, doesn't he? With a beard. So that's her dad. He was the city engineer. So he was in the newspaper, and I think it's cool to see. It's a little bit more of a crisp picture, I guess, of him. Okay. To bring some things for Papa. I think she works in his office. When she's talking about being in the office, I think it's her dad's. Oh, as he went to something to attend his engineering meeting. Ames? Thank you for the follow, Abby. To attend his engineering meeting. I don't know what Ames is, but do we think that says Ames? Anns? I don't know. M's can be tough. In these old diaries, I feel like they can be kind of confusing. 4 years? Oh, you were engaged 4 years. Yeah, so I feel like back then, it was like a lot shorter. Maybe because people didn't live as long, too. They felt like they were in a rush. And they got married young, you know? But, hey, Pat. I'm sure generalizing like that, too. Like, some people were probably engaged longer, or it was probably a bigger deal for certain people than others. But I felt like in the 1917 one, every boy was proposing to her, like, every other week. And it didn't seem to be very much of a big deal. Pleasant but cold. But they also could have been, like, casually like, oh, please marry me. And then she just wrote it down like he proposed. Pleasant but cold and windy. Helped with supper and dishes. read the papers, and talked till 9:45. Then went upstairs to bed. The girls were having a jolly good time, or a jolly time, something around. So helped and got to bed at 10:30. I wonder, what does that say? Teasing? Probably. Teasing around. Yes, you're right. Yes, that's very true. They also would get married before living together or having children, where nowadays it's a little more of like a gray line. Tearing around? What do we think? What does that mean? Running around, maybe? Wonder who the girls are, anyway. So helped and got to bed at 10:30. Long time no see. Oh, yeah, so we were reading her 1895 diary. It's nice to see you again, Alexia. We read through Ralph's 1901 diary, which was mostly, like, talking about working on the railroad. Definitely not as, like, interesting, in my opinion. But, I mean, it was interesting. There were some things that happened that were kind of crazy, but it was mostly just, like, him talking about measuring things on the railroad that he was working at. And now we're reading through both of them. So we get a little bit of Georgia, a little bit of Ralph, and it's been a very interesting thing to get both of their perspectives. So that's Georgia's January 21st. So now I'm going to go over to Ralph's January 21st. Yeah, we did. We learned a lot about engineering and railroads. A lot of new knowledge that we'll never use again. But someday when someone says, oh, meet me at the frog crossing, I'll know exactly what that means. All right, January 21st, 1903. Okay, so, oh, it's his 22nd birthday. His handwriting, he like squeezes it so much more into here, so it's harder to read, but 22nd birthday, that's nice. Got up at 7. Georgia didn't even mention that it was Ralph's birthday. Recited astronomy, so astron. Then descriptive geometry. It's nice that his courses stay pretty consistent, so like, oh yeah, hold on, it's Ralph's birthday, he needs a happy diary birthday. The most important one. It's nice that his classes are like the same throughout the whole semester, because once we learned what they are, now it's like easy to recognize them. So descriptive geometry. Went to room and got letter from Georgia. I think that says Georgia. It's kind of squished in there, but that's who would make sense. Also 12 handkerchiefs. 12 handkerchiefs? That's a lot of handkerchiefs. She's been making like pillows. She's been mentioning making sofa pillows and a pillowcase for Ralph to bring to college. So maybe she's been also embroidering handkerchiefs. And as a birthday present. Oh my god, I like that. She just went to town, went to chemistry, and worked till noon, except chapel hour, capitalized. My lungs felt sore? Yeah. So after dinner, I went downtown, got some something. Flaxseed? What do we think about that? Is that flaxseed? to make. Oh yeah, we're glad you're back too. It's nice when people come back and they remember. Like, it's funny, these stories like stick with you, I feel like. I don't know. These people who we'll never actually meet, but we feel like we met. Flaxseed, not you guys, the people in the diary. Okay, flaxseed and made a something. Does he say and made? Yeah, and made. You've missed watching, you just see. Oh yeah, I've tried to figure out, oh, poultice. What is that? Is that some kind of medicine? Mixture? A tea? You can try to get notifications by registering for the live event, which I actually already made one. I'm good this week, because usually I forget to do it. But I made one for next week. If you go to my TikTok profile, there's like this thing, live event. You click on it, and then it should let you register for the next one. Hopefully that went through and it saved. Yeah, so if you click on, it says live event today, but if you click on it, it'll give you like 2 to choose from and you can register. And I feel like sometimes it gives people a notification and sometimes it doesn't. You have to make sure you have other notifications enabled on TikTok. But I also have a Discord channel where I send like notifications when I'm going to go live. I try to make it so people can see, but it's tough. Like sometimes TikTok just doesn't show people the updates, which is sad. Poultice is a mixture that you put on something like your chest. Yeah, cool. A paste. It reminds you of your grandmother. I love that. I've never heard that word. A poultice. Okay. Where did we leave off? And studied till supper time. After supper, studied bridge design with Martin and Ganser till 9 o'clock. Came home and studied. He's just studying every day. Descriptive geometry till 10. Made some hot lemonade and a poultice for my chest and went to bed. When did he mention hot lemonade before? I feel like he did. Or was that Georgia? Someone was talking about hot lemonade at one point. It gave you the option to add it to your diary. Add it to my diary. Oh, on your calendar maybe? That would be cool. Add it to your diary. Google told me it's a plant-based medicine. Yeah, it's probably like mostly a plant-based rub and scrub thing to make you feel better. He's feeling really sick and he's just still studying all day long. All right. Yes, hot lemonade. I remember we were like, what? Yes, your calendar. No, that's okay. That's all right. Sometimes when I'm reading the comments on the live, I'm just like, I get live stream brain, I guess, and I'm like, what? And it's something that makes total sense and I still don't get it. So it could have very easily just been me. Okay. January 22nd, breakfast. Was at office all day. Myrtle. And this is Georgia's, by the way. This is Georgia's diary. Myrtle, and I really just was confused. I thought it was Ralph's. Myrtle was down to see me in afternoon. Also, Gertie was down. Went to the P.O. after supper. Elizabeth and I went down to see, Margaret. We've got a full name. Margaret Cunningham. And she was gone. Well, then we went up to see Grandma a while. Pleasant day. Wow, I can't type. Pleasant day, but a little cold. Went to bed at 11 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to take out my little list that I keep. I'm going to write down, this is January. We started at what? January 20th, I think, or 21st. And we've got Margaret Cunningham. And that would be, she'd be in Waterloo. My new abbreviation for Waterloo is WLOO because that's what Ralph writes. Walloo. She's not writing how many miles she travels. Yeah, and she's not writing... Yeah, I read that, Heather, before, and I was going to mention it. She doesn't really talk about the weather anymore. And he doesn't really either, that much. She mentions it, but it was much more important before. Maybe just because things are changing in her life, she's got other things, you know? The mileage, yeah, that's a big difference, though, because that was weird. Like, every day, she wrote exactly how many miles to and from certain places. She's not traveling as much anymore, it seems like. Maybe because she's working for her dad. So, cold and some snow. Got up at 7. Let me also make sure I can see my Twitch chat, just in case anyone goes in there. Okay, got up at 7. Recited astronomy. Studied, his days are so repetitive. Descriptive geometry. Is this just him fully writing out geometry or in my room? In my room till 9:10. Worked chemistry, or I think it says worked till noon. Lungs very sore after dinner. Made poultice, my new vocabulary word, and slept for about an hour. Then got astronomy lesson and worked on descriptive geometry till supper time. After supper, went... I feel like cursive is going to be a secret language soon. Yeah, I know. I think it's mixed. Like, some schools still teach it, some don't. I don't know. They are in Iowa, yes. He's in Mount Vernon, Iowa, because he goes to Cornell College at the moment, and she is living in Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah, she always used to go downtown. Yep. She'd go downtown multiple times a day. They have met, yes. So he is in school, but he comes back to see her on the weekends. So we did not get to see them meet, which is kind of sad. Like, we read his 1901 diary. He never mentioned Georgia at all. So I don't think they knew each other in 1901. They must have met in 1902 at some point, because in the beginning of 1903, they both were together. They knew each other. They're hanging out all the time. So, and I think he's like working with her dad. So sometime in 1902 they met, and we're not quite sure how, but they know each other at this point. And you'll see if you stick around, like, he's writing letters and she's writing letters back and forth, and he's going to visit her once we get to a weekend day. All right, after supper went... Well, I gotta find it. Up to see Martin and stayed till 8 o'clock. Came back and studied bridge design till 9:30. I made some hot lemonade and went to bed. Hot lemonade must help him. I feel like it's just hot lemon water or something, like tea almost. But it's just funny how he says hot lemonade, because when I think of lemonade, I think of like the really sugary stuff. that I would probably never want to drink hot. It'd probably make me feel sick. January 23rd. Let's see, it would have been nice to... I know, it would have been nice to know how they met. I'm pretty sure they met through her dad, because her dad was an engineer, a city engineer, and Ralph ended up working for him, and it seemed like he actually may have lived in their, like, apartment that was attached to their house, so it's possible that he started working for her dad and then moved into his boarding, because the Newtons, her family, they did, like, they had a boarding, I don't know, like, if you would call it a business, but they, like, had people living in their other part of their house, and they were called boarders. And Ralph was one of them, I think. Here in Ireland, growing up, most of our mothers would make us warmed up. Oh, really? Ours is ginger ale, flat ginger ale. That was the cure for everything. Every time I drink a ginger ale and it's like a little bit flat, I just think of my grandma's house, because I always would go to my grandma's house when I was too sick to go to school. And flat ginger ale it is. And soup. So funny. Those things. That'll never not be like an association. And a little whiskey to make a hot toddy, yeah. I don't mind a hot toddy. I think that I like that. But Minute Maid lemonade heated up just doesn't sound very good. Alright, breakfast was at office all day. Hitched up in afternoon as I came home early. Took Mama up to Grandma's. We still haven't found a picture of her mom either. Then I took a little drive. Went after her and took up to Mrs. Payne's. Okay. Then home. Pleasant day. After supper, Mabel and Myrtle came, and we went over the river, met Eva, and then we went to see Ellen. Got home at 10:30. Went to bed at 11. So we've got a lot of first names here. Mabel, Myrtle, Eva, Ellen. Was it Myrtle that I found a picture of? I think it was. I haven't been doing too much research on this. I've been very busy, but yes, I think this is her. This is Mabel. Did she mention Mabel? Yeah. So Mabel, I wonder if we look it up, maybe Mabel has a sister. It might just be a friend, but maybe Mabel has a sister named Myrtle. And then that would probably be her, but maybe they're just friends. This is Mabel later on in life, obviously, but she lived on the same street that Georgia lived on, so I think she's going to her dad's office. Coke always makes my stomach and head feel better. Yeah, it must be the carbonation. Yes, I always have ginger tea when I'm not feeling good. Coke is my cure-all. My sister's is Sprite. My husband is ginger ale. Everyone has their own soda. It's funny. Yeah, I love ginger tea when my stomach's upset. It really does help. All right, so now we're going to go over to Ralph on January 23rd. We didn't do that yet, right? Yeah. His entries are so repetitive that I'm like, did we already read this? But okay. I love tea. I have tea all the time. Got up at 7. Recited astronomy. Went to PO, which is post office, and got letter from Georgia. Shaved, and went to chemistry till noon, except chapel. It's so detailed compared to her 1895 one. Yes, it's true. She is a little bit more detailed with this one. Thanks for the follow, Alexander. And thanks for the share, too. Yeah, it's really cool to jump between the two. We've never gotten to do this before because we've never had 2 diaries from people who are related to each other in the same year. Like, it's very cool to see. And just the fact that they're not married yet, like their relationship is still developing, I just think it's so special. When we realized these diaries were donated to us, just like there's 6 of them, the person who donated them to us didn't really do too much research on them beforehand, so I don't think they realized that they had the same year, like that it was husband and wife, or, you know, fiance and fiance, whatever, in the same year. The year they got married. Like, of all years that we have both their perspectives of, I think it's really cool that it's, you know, the year that they're gonna get married. All right, shaved and went to chemistry till noon except chapel. After dinner, wrote letter to Georgia. Studied till supper time. Went down after the mail. After supper, went... Should I zoom in more, guys? I don't know if you... His handwriting is kind of tough. Went to society. After society... Clifford's. Yes, so Heather mentioned it's weird how they have the same type of diary. Shows how well suited they are. I think she... Okay, I will zoom in. I think she bought this diary for him. Because Georgia, mentions on, like, January 1st, I went and bought this diary. Like, she bought hers, and it is the same exact book. They're in different conditions. Like, one of them is falling apart more than the other, but I think she bought him a copy too, and I think that's very cute. All right. After society, Clifford's lamp exploded. Oh my God. There's always something going on with Ralph. Something crazy. Clifford's lamp exploded, and I it out of the window. I threw it out of the window. Wow. Yeah. Ralph just, like, brings bad luck, I think. I think it's him. Starting to think it's him. In the 1901 diary, there was an entry where he, like, was on a train for work, and this is horrible. The train hit a farmer and killed him, and Ralph, like, drew a picture of where the body was in comparison to the train. It was really crazy. So that happened. That was, like, wild. Then his, like, people he works with, a couple of them, so what was it? Ralph got hurt on the hand with an axe, and then his coworker, like, cut his leg with an axe. And then there was another day where he and his coworker were trying to get food. Like, they were staying overnight somewhere because they were working on the train tracks in all different places, and they were walking to go get food. And I'm gonna try to remember the sequence of events. He tripped over... He got chased by a bull and then tripped over a skunk. And then went to the hotel, and he went to the wrong room. That all happened in one night. Chased by a bull, tripped over a skunk, got into the wrong room at the hotel. We don't know if he ever got dinner. So sad. And now his friend's lamp explodes and he throws it out the window. He is the drama. I like that. Upsetty spaghettis. He is the drama. Okay. Now we've got some real action. This was this was a narrow escape from fire. Oh my God. Then I read some... Oh, Then I made some egg sandwiches on the fire that the lamp started. Like, he also has a habit of, like, something insane happens and he tells it, and then the next sentence is like, and then I did this, and it's just nothing. Like, yeah, my friend's lamp exploded, almost started a fire. I threw it out the window, and then I turned around and made egg sandwiches. Yeah, I know. I will never forget. I will never forget the feeling of realization, the light bulb, when I realized what that picture was. Oh, January 23rd is your birthday? Okay, hold on. Let me turn on the little thingy. Happy diary birthday. No, I guess the bull was probably on someone's, like, farm or something. I don't know. But obviously it wasn't enclosed, or it got out of its enclosure. I don't know. Or maybe he's just dramatic and it really wasn't that bad. I don't know. But we do know that that farmer really did die. Like, he was in the newspapers and stuff. It was sad. There's even a picture of him. I'll pull it out. That was the 1901 diary, yeah. It was in the beginning, right? Yeah, yeah. It was like the first month. Here he is. So sad. So this is the entry. It was talking about how he was struck. The body was found, he's so specific, about 3 rail lengths west. Emily pops in, and of course we're talking about the guy who got hit by the train again. So, yeah, this is him. And this is the diagram that we were talking about. So Ralph just tends to bring the drama with him. Emily, I don't know if you were in before or if you just popped in, but Ralph, his friend's lamp exploded in his dorm room, and Ralph saves the day by throwing it out of the window, narrowly escaping the fire. But we're just saying, we think this is kind of getting suspicious, all these, like, crazy things that happen when Ralph is around. So I'm thinking that Ralph is the true source. Maybe he's cursed, or maybe he's just dramatic. And he made some egg sandwiches, don't worry. After he threw his friend's exploded lamp out of the room, out of the window, he made some egg sandwiches. So, for everybody, I guess. For the 4, he did make them for everyone. Then I made some egg sandwiches for the 4 in the house. Is that what that says? Yeah, I think so, for the 4 in the house. Does he live with them? And then egg sandwich, yes. I do love a good egg sandwich. I hate when he talks about food because it makes me hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. For the 4 in the house. And then some hot lemonade. And poultice. And went to bed. So he also has been having sore lungs. So he's been having hot lemonade and he's been putting a cream on his chest. Oh, Chinese food. I'm jealous. Ian and I had Chinese food last weekend. All right, Georgia. Wonder if he'll tell her in the letter that he writes about the lamp explosion. Yes, he got boils and he told us all about it. Flounder, hush puppies, and homemade french fries. That sounds extravagant for a Tuesday. Breakfast. Was at office all day. Went to PO, which is the post office, and stopped at drugstore. Cloudy. Tried to snow some. Helped get supper and done dishes. Read papers. Started to embroider me a centerpiece. I wonder if it's for her wedding or if it's just for her house. Went to bed at 11:15. She's been working really hard embroidering a lot of stuff. Things for Ralph. Apparently maybe things for her wedding or things for their house when they live together after they get married. I don't know. She's just always making something. Okay, so this is Ralph. Some snow. Cloudy. Got up at 7. Studied until noon and went to PO. After dinner, studied till about 2:30. Went to library and came back and studied, of course, till supper time. After supper, went downtown and bought some lemons and cough medicine. Oh, he's not feeling good. Then came back and read and studied till 10 o'clock. Eggs, sandwiches. Oh, made some egg sandwiches. Hot lemonade. And went to bed. Are egg sandwiches a cure for... I spelled studied wrong. Where? Oh, here, studded. Are egg sandwiches a cure for sore lungs, or he just is really into egg sandwiches right now? Yes, he refers to lunch, what we would call lunch, hot lemonade. What we would normally call lunch, he calls dinner, and supper is what I would call dinner. So supper is the evening meal, lunch is, or the midday meal is dinner. And breakfast is the same. Okay. Jump back to... Oh, hi, Grandma. We'll jump back to January 25th on Georgia. So, this is Georgia's diary. Breakfast at 9:15. His lungs have been sore for a long time. He's been doing a lot of poultices and he still feels sick. And a lot of hot lemonade. Well, at least we know he doesn't die. It sounds morbid, but that's the one good thing when you're reading these old diaries. You know, like, how their life kind of turns out. So we know he's not that sick. Helped do dishes. Then went upstairs and dusted and fixed my room up. Got done as dinner was ready. Helped do the dishes. Cloudy day and windy. Not cold. Read most all afternoon. Wrote just a little. Helped get supper and do the... Oh, hold on. Helped get supper and do dishes. Read all evening. Went to bed at 10:30. She definitely goes to bed earlier when Ralph's not around. Man should be sponsored by Minute Maid, yeah. Hot Minute Maid. Oh. I wish he mentioned, it would be cool if he mentioned, like, taking a specific medicine, because we were talking last week about all the crazy old medicines that they had ads for in the newspaper, and, like, they claimed to cure everything under the sun, and it would be funny if he said, like, oh, I had Dr. Hart's, whatever, lung medicine. That's just one of them, Dr. Hart's, I remember, that I have researched in the past, but it would be so funny if he mentioned that, and we could, look up the brand. But I guess he's like he makes his own medicine. Could be like honey and lemon that we have now, but didn't put honey on it. Yeah. It's basically, I think, like a lemon tea, like hot water with lemon in it, which makes sense. But just the fact that he says hot lemonade, I think everyone is like, what? Because we think of lemonade as like the sugary drink that's like juice. But it's probably just like lemon tea, which is delicious when you have a cold. Yeah, we should all drink hot lemonade in honor of him. Cloudy. Got up at 7:30. Definitely not as delicious as kolaches, but maybe that will be the celebration. We'll all drink hot lemonade when we finish. And shaved and went down to P.O. and got letter from Georgia. Read papers till church time and went to church with Clifford. Maxwell. Ooh, we have a last name, I think, for Maxwell. Maybe Maxwell is not the last name. We thought it was, but Maxwell, unless it's two different people. Does that say Frederick? Or is it Tridick? I don't know. I see a T. But it also could be an F. Frederick. And there was a Freddie. So it could be Frederick. You think it's true? Okay. I'm going to put Tridick. And we'll look him up. I'm sure he will be... Because even that doesn't look like... If it was Frederick, it doesn't quite look like it has enough letters. So I'm going to put this, write it down, and maybe he's mentioned in that yearbook that we have. Maxwell Tridick. T-R-E-D-I-C-H. Okay. What a picnic that would be. Egg sandwiches and hot lemonade. Yum. And 2 Elliots. Maybe brothers with both the last name Elliot. In PM. Read till about 4 o'clock. And studied. And wrote letter home to Georgia. Oh, wrote letters home and to Georgia. Till 5. After supper, read and studied till about 10. Made some hot lemonade, you guessed it. And went to bed. Okay. So, hot lemonade again. He's still not feeling good. I know, it is cute that it's like so, it's like the 2 diaries are talking to each other. It's awesome. I wrote a letter to Georgia. Oh, I went to the post office and got a letter from Ralph. Oh, I wrote a letter back. Oh, received a letter from Georgia. It's so cute. I know, he needs his own lemon tree. Okay. Probably, I wonder, like, how, yeah, Bigelow brand. I wonder how much more of an effort it was to get lemons to, like, Iowa in the middle of the winter. They're not married yet, no. They are, I just say they're engaged, but we haven't actually, like, confirmed that they're engaged yet. But they do get married. Yes. Ralph needs a hot lemonade stand. Hold on, let me go back to what I was saying. I was saying we don't know if they're officially engaged, but we know that they get married in December of this year. So maybe we'll see them get engaged, or maybe they already are. I don't know. I'm writing down Ralph's lemonade stand because that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. And he can have it. Listen, this is so good. He can have it on a train car, and the train goes to the different stations, and he sells his lemonade at every train station. And it's a hand car, so he has to pump it. Can you imagine the only way to communicate with your long-distance boyfriend, girlfriend? I know. It seems like their letters actually are pretty quickly delivered, because they're not that far from each other right now. He's just away at school, so he's living at school. But I don't know. I wonder, actually... Let me look. Hold on. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to look at... Oh, wrong thing. We're in... Right now, he's in Mount Vernon, Iowa. And she's in Waterloo, Iowa. Let's see how far they are. It's an hour car ride. What's funny is it says it can't calculate transit directions, which is like train directions, because there's probably not a direct line anymore. But he took the train. So probably a few hours. You found a drinks recipe book from 1902. Oh my god. Let me know. Unfortunately, if you send a link in here, I don't think it's going to work. It kind of like filters out links. But if you tell me what it's called and how you found it, I can look it up and pull it up. Okay. Yeah, even if you can see, like, the title, if I could look up the full title and the author, I could probably find it. That would be cool if they had hot lemonade. Okay. Where are we? We're on the 26th. I'll keep going, and then if you send that, I promise I'll look at it. Helped with breakfast dishes. Went and talked. Actually, maybe if you're looking through it, see if there's hot lemonade in there. Thanks for the follow. Went and took Albert up to his new room at school. Who's Albert? Oh, was it Albert? Someone she's related to. Oh, thank you, Emily. I think I've figured it out. Yeah. Hot lemonade mean alcoholic? No, I think it's literally hot drink, because he's been talking about how his chest has been hurting, like he's been sick. So I think he's drinking like lemon tea, basically. Yeah, I think the layout is working. I'm definitely used to it now, and hopefully it's not too like confusing for everybody, but there's hardly any other options that would be less confusing, I feel like. So it is what it is. Went and took Albert up to his new room at school. Was at Grandma's a while. I'm going to write down Albert, because Albert is like, I want to say her cousin, but it's like her second cousin's son, I think. If I'm correct. He's related somehow. Okay. Was at Grandma's a while. Went downtown and at the office a minute. Cloudy, but warm. And bad underfoot. I guess that's 2 words. Helped with dinner. Work. Then something to get ready to go away. What does that say? Logan? Then something to get ready to go away. Began? What is began? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Began. Wow. I should just terminate this live right now. What's began? That's live stream brain. Oh my god. It's because it was capitalized though. Give me a break. I thought it was a last name. Oh, I'm so stupid. Then began to get ready to wow. Can't fake that. To go away. Wonder where she's going. Maybe she's visiting Ralph. Wrote a letter. Okay, thank you. I needed to hear that. Wrote a letter, and then I went and mailed it. Went to office. Oh, I gotta make sure you guys can see that. Went to office. Oh, and so many little tiny punctuations. Went to office after my shears. Lemonade! Who sent that? That's so cute. Thanks, Corinne. You read it the same way. Wow, what a unique name. I know. It's like sometimes after a while, especially because most of the time when we can't read a word, it's like it's a name. It really, I see it now, began. But I thought it was like Logan. I don't know. And then I couldn't read. Yes, that's amazing. The lemonade. It was cute too. And then after okay, so she went to the office after her shears. She must have left her scissors at the office and needs them for some reason. Maybe her hair cutting scissors. Grandpa took me, or her, like for embroidery maybe, to train with his horse at 4:40. As I came to LP. Allie met me at train. Went to her home. And then down to grocery store. I can try to zoom in more, but it's going to cut off like certain parts. Had supper and helped with dishes. Went to Miller's in evening as Allie had to rehearse her what does that say? Movie? American and other iced drinks recipes. Okay, I'm going to look that up. Music. Yes, that's it. American and other iced drinks recipes. Charlie Paul. Vintage cocktail books. Oh my god, I need this for my bar. You can even flip through it. I love it. Oh my god, did you guys hear that? That sound? I don't know if you can hear it. Cool. Let's find hot lemonade. American lemonade. Egg lemonade. Is it not in the hot drinks area? There's no hot lemonade. Okay, so we'll go to American lemonade. Oops. Oh, hold on. There's like a lot more. You can hear it? Oh, and Jennifer put more stuff on Discord. I'll go over there. Jen, sorry. Oh, plain lemonade. Okay, can someone give me... Is this in order? It seems like it's kind of in order. Would it be H? Ooh, the little... Look at the little thing. There's so many. Also the pictures of medicine they use. Okay, I'm trying to find like what page. Lemon squash. Milk seltzer. Ooh, mint julep. That sounds good. I like mint. Plain lemonade. Short drinks. The three loves of Ralph's life. Georgia, hot lemonade, and drama. Now I know what sticker I'm making. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, throw a lamp out the window. Georgia, hot lemonade. Drama, repeat. We need a t-shirt. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm still looking for these. Oh my god, there's so many. Still looking for hot lemonade. Hoffman. Oh, the locomotive. He would like that. Lemonade. What the heck? Live, laugh, lamp. Live, laugh, lamp explosion. Is it under just regular lemonade? There's like 5 different pages for lemonade. I'm gonna need some help. Tell me what page you found it on. And then Jen, I'll go over to Discord now. Okay, so you've got some newspaper articles here. Oh, why did it download? Will it show it? Yeah, okay. Oh, nice. How to make lemons useful. How to make... Trying to make a joke about, like, making lemonade when life gives you lemons. Make poultices. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is just boiling water with lemons and honey, but I want to see the page, that's all. How to make lemons useful. If the hair is falling out, rub the pulp of the lemon on the scalp. If the complexion is not clear, squeeze a lemon into a quart of milk and rub it on your face. A wash for whitening the hands is made of glycerin and lemon juice, so soap, in equal parts. Use it at night, wear gloves, and rub the hands with clear lemon juice in the morning. A headache may be relieved by rubbing a slice of lemon along the temples. Very nice. A few drops of lemon juice will mitigate the pain of the sting of a bee. When life gives you lemons, call Ralph. 58. Okay, I'll go back. A few drops of lemon juice. Oh, I already said that one. Squeeze a little lemon into the juice in a cup of hot water and drink before breakfast, thus curing dyspepsia. Is that like, I'm thinking like Pepsid. Is that like acid reflux or something? Or stomach ache? A corn or bunion may be relieved thus. After bathing the afflicted foot in hot water, a few drops of lemon juice on the toe will be found very soothing. Ink stains can be removed from white goods by rubbing promptly with a slice of lemon. So what I'm getting from this is you always need a lemon in your pocket. A hot lemonade with a little whiskey is very, how do you say that? Efficacious? Why can't I say that word? Efficacious? It's not efficacious. I feel like I used to be able to say that. I know what it means. Efficient. Yes, we'll say efficient. But it is a word. I can't pronounce it. In breaking up a severe cold. Okay, so the last one is most important to Ralph right now. But that's funny. And it's true. Even nowadays, like, everything is lemon, I feel like. When you got a cold, there's so many uses for it. All right, let's go to page 58, and then I'll jump back and I'll get those other links that Jen sent. Oh, cool. There's some pictures of cobbler mixers. Ice tongs. Oh, some different bar equipment. Okay, this is cool. I feel like I'm actually going to... This is looks like it's public domain. I'm going to download this book and print some of these pictures out and put them above our bar. I think that would be cool. What's this? The Imperial Shaker. That's intense. Milkshake and beverage mixer. Ice crusher. Hand ice shave. Hold on, I'm 58 I'm looking for. It would look cool. It's like all vintagey looking, you know? Lemon knife. This knife is just for lemons. Reminds me, did anyone watch Adventure Time? Lemon Grab? I kind of forget what his thing was, but I remember him. Thunder. Vermouth. Whiskey cocktails. Not on this one. Oh, I think... I don't see it. We're on whiskey, W. Plain syrup. Cool. Ginger beer. I love ginger beer. Lemonade. In making a lemonade, French cream can be used if desired, as it is considered to improve the appearance. Oh, that's it? That's a lot. They're like making a gallon at a time. That's cool. This is a very cool book. He's stressed due to studying, having acid reflux. Yeah, so there's the hot lemonade, yeah. He will always have a lemon with him. Goodbye, Tylenol. I have a bunch of lemons, yeah. Big Pharma, the lemons are coming for you. All right. Did I finish this? No. Rehearse her music. Then she added, stopped at her mother's too. Came back at 9 and then played dominoes. Went to bed at 11 o'clock. Okay. I want to look quickly and see if we have an Allie. That's a friend of hers, because there was some friend that we met, I say, but there was some friend in the, I think it was May, I don't know. There was a friend that also played music with her, because Georgia did too. I don't remember. But she's in LaPorte. Allie. I feel like maybe, let me just go into the 1895 diary. Can I do that quickly? Or do I have to, like, look for it? Hold on. Oh, and there's more. I forgot. Jen sent some more, too, so I'll grab that stuff in a second. I want to find... Sometimes when I type it in, it just pops right up, but other times it's hard. Okay, there we go. So, I want to look up Allie. Yes, okay. Allie came up. Allie's to dinner. Okay, in LaPorte. I feel like we know Allie's last name or something. But that's cool that she was friends with Allie in 1895. No, LaPorte, Iowa. LaPorte City, Iowa. She was friends with Allie even then in 1895, and now she's still close with her and went to visit. That's cool. I guess she never said her last name. Down to Allie's. Allie's for supper. Allie's. Allie. We definitely know she's from LaPorte. Maybe she's married by then because she went to her mother's. Maybe she's gonna do like a music recital or something. And we'll be able to look it up in the newspaper. I don't know. Oh, thank you. It's like a, I don't know, little see-through thing. But it was thrifted. Thank you very much. Thanks, Meg, for the share. Okay. We'll go to Ralph now, the 26th. All right. Got up at 6:30, a little earlier. Recited astronomy and descriptive geometry. Chemistry, 9:15 to 12. Skipped chapel. Bad boy. After dinner, star. I don't know what that means. Studied till 5. Went downtown. After, I guess that's the end of a sentence. He doesn't capitalize much. After supper, studied till 10 and went to bed. Reported. Is this the star or something? Does this look like maybe he was saying star here and then added something that goes with that? I don't know. Reported in bridge design to... two misspelled words in a row. Professor Williams. Did we find Professor Williams? Oops. I moved this. Hold on. Oh. Here. No, 1903. Oh, I wonder if H.S. Williams is the professor. Because that's about bridge design, Professor Williams. We haven't found him yet. Or maybe we found him, but I haven't put him in here. We have Professor Norton we found. I'll add Professor Williams. Maybe you guys have sent him. I can't remember. Okay, so I'm going to click on the other link that Jen sent. Raw egg for a cut, hot water for sprains, turpentine. Ooh, turpentine for lockjaw. Hope you don't drink the turpentine. Hot lemonade for colds. Hot milk is a stimulant. Salt water for falling hair. Raw oysters for hoarseness. Tar on sugar for weak lungs. It doesn't tell you what to do with the stuff. So I feel like that I just can't, I don't know. Quick lime in water for poison. Sugar moistened with vinegar. Ugh. For hiccuping. Milk puddings and stewed fruit for bilious dyspepsia. Ugh. Then we got this one too. What's this one? I can't zoom in. Oh, does it have hot lemonade on the menu or something? Oh, it looks good. Fried eggs. Yum. Hot lemonade, 10 cents. Egg lemonade, gross. I don't think I'd drink egg lemonade. Turpentine, I know. Just drink turpentine. Your jaw will feel better because you'll be dead. Reported in bridge design. Got it. Okay, so we're going to go to... Yes, it was dyspepsia. I guess it's like an upset stomach or acid reflux issues. I don't know. But yeah, it does sound like Pepsi. And it reminded me, the reason why I kind of was like, oh, it's got something to do with like acid in your stomach is because of Pepsid. That's like a medicine for that. So, I don't know. I wonder if Pepsi might have something to do with that. Because maybe it was something that people drank. Oh, yeah. Maybe it wasn't Pepsi the soda. Maybe it was a medicine for it. Could be. Yes, in general, medical advice from the early 1900s is insane. Oh, okay. God. I mean, I have most of the lemon stuff I can get behind because that's like natural and it really does. Like even today, people drink lemon tea for their throat and it helps and it's not harmful. But drinking turpentine for lockjaw, I don't know. I mean, or maybe you're not supposed to drink it, but that article is not clear. And someone might think they're supposed to drink it. I don't know what else you would do with it. Rub it on your jaw? I don't know. Got up at 7... Wait, whose are we on right now? Georgia, yeah. 7:30. Had breakfast. And helped with dishes. I think I'm going to just read until February. It's amazing how much longer this takes. I feel like we're still... Before, I was reading a month every live, but now it seems like it's like 10 days. It should be like just half a month, but it's not quite half a month. It took 3 weeks to get through this month. Maybe it's because it's more back and forth, more work. I don't know. Longer entries, too. Georgia, or no, geometry, or geo came with me, came after me. And I went out to Winnie or Minnie Garfoot to visit her. Huh. Oh, wait, this is not Ralph. I'm thinking this is Ralph, and I'm like, who's he visiting? He's visiting a girl? No, this is Georgia. I was going to write her name down. Well, I still should. Winnie. Yes, 2 different handwritings. Yeah, it takes some mental gymnastics to switch between the two. Nice in morning, but it began to get foggy and was horrid the rest of the day. Helped with dishes, dinner dishes. Visited all afternoon and worked a little on my fancy work. Helped with supper dishes. Visited all evening. Went to bed at 10:30. Okay, now Ralph's January 27th. So he's at school. It's a Tuesday, January 27th, 1903. Cloudy and damp. Off day in astronomy. Studied and recited descriptive geometry till 9 something. 15? I'll guess 9:15. Recited. Oh, no. Receive. What does that say? Probably received a letter from Georgia. Oh, maybe, yeah. REC apostrophe VD. I don't even see that. I don't know. I think it's received in some form or another because that would make sense. A letter from Georgia. Chemistry laboratory. Till noon except chapel. Something. Except chapel. Yeah. REC apostrophe D is... Oh, yeah, no, you're totally right. Because I don't know why I was thinking this was part of that word. For some reason, I automatically read letter and thought it was down here. No, yeah, I totally see it now. REC apostrophe D, letter. I just was confused by this. I thought it was still part of the word received. Okay. Now I see it. Except chapel something. What do we think? Yeah, he does smush his words together. He says chapel hour sometimes, but that doesn't... Oh, period. Yes. Thank you. You're good, Penny. All right. Finished. 4th specimen in I don't know. I thought he was in chemistry when he was doing specimens before. Generals, I think. He was talking about general chemistry before. Studied bridge design. Oh my god. 12:30 to 1. Recited. I get worse at reading and typing the longer we go on. Recited 1 to 2. Wrote letter to Georgia. And mailed it. Studied till supper time. After supper, studied till 8. Went downtown. I don't know. When he says recited, probably like maybe what we would think of as studying, like repeating things, memorizing things. I don't know. Or went over things again. No, we don't have the letters. I wish we did. We don't. I'm assuming maybe studied means like doing work, like problems and things, but reciting means like going over his notes. I don't know. Went downtown, came back and studied till 10. Studied again. And went to bed, bought knife. Okay, bought a knife. Wonder if his friend got a new lamp. Wednesday. Okay, hold on. This is his. So I'm going to go back to hers. Her Wednesday the 28th. Yeah, when you use flashcards. Yeah, I think like that's going... Recited is kind of like repeating and memorizing and reviewing. And maybe studying is more like reading books about the subject, doing like workbooks or whatever. When I was in school and I was studying, I was kind of like that was my reviewing. Like we use that word as a reviewing before a test. You're studying for a test, you know, but I think it's different. Okay, January 28th. I feel like we've been in January forever. Got up at 6:45. had breakfast and helped with the dishes. Wrote a letter. Visited and worked on my work some. I don't know, I think it's Winnie. Had company, the minister and wife all day. Helped wash dinner and supper dishes. Read papers, went to bed at 9:30. Okay. So she's visiting her friend. She sounds like she's staying with her friend for a few days at least. Okay. Foggy and damp. Recited astronomy. And descriptive geometry. Then worked in chemistry laboratory till 12. He's definitely got a routine. I feel like he's always in the chemistry laboratory till 12, except chapel period, which he just wrote. This is not the same one that I just read, right? No, it's not. Just sounds so similar. Okay. Okay, then worked in chemistry laboratory till 12, except chapel period. Finished 5th specimen in generals. Something gave recitation in bridge design at 1 p.m. to 2, and then studied till supper time. Went to PO and then to Engineering Association meeting. Which something of a report from Professor Williams, which consisted of a report from Professor Williams of the State Engineer Society. Went with H.S. Williams and stayed till 10. Cunningham and something were at room when I came back. Oh, it's a little bit hard to read, so I might open up the actual book. We're on the 28th. Oh, it's like dark in here. Cunningham and this is hard to read this name. Genett, maybe. I don't know. We're at room when I came back and stayed till 11. Went to bed. Okay. Garrett. Oh, possibly. Garrett. Yeah, yep. It could be Garrett. It does look like there's 2. Maybe like double R. Turn that off. Way too bright. Okay. So let's see. Back to Georgia. Only a couple days left. Got up at, let me type the date first. January 29th, 1903. Got up at 6:45. Breakfast. And then helped wash dishes. She's like just washing dishes on her vacation. Got ready, and Geo brought me to town to Allie's. Helped with dinner, dishes. Maybe she's staying with her grandma or with her uncle, because they live in LaPorte City, and I thought she was staying with Allie, but maybe she's not. Yeah, you're right, Felix. He is not mentioning his chest anymore, so he's probably feeling better. Helped with dinner, dishes, then went to call on Mrs. Evarts, Aunt Katie, and Ida. Oh boy. Why? Ida? Something. Okay. Let me see. Where are we? We're on January 29th. Ida? Osborne's. Osborne. Hi, Rowan. If you haven't caught up in a while, we're reading 2 diaries now, both by, well, one is by Ralph, one is by Georgia, and they will actually get married later on in this diary, so it'll be a cool story. But I always upload my progress on my website, so it'll be easy to catch up if you haven't in a while. All right, Ida Osborne's. Stopped at P.O., went with Anna Belzer, that's a name that I remember, to tea at Mr. Hunt's. Frank K. came after me, and we, oh cute, thanks Phil. And we played dominoes there. We played dominoes then when we got home. Went to bed at 10:30. Windy, pleasant, but not very cold. Okay. Back to Ralph. Oh, Ian's just coming inside. It's not even dark yet. Cool. It's like 7:30. Yeah, not even dark. We got dirt delivered today for our garden. Whole lot of dirt. Cold, and I think PT cloudy, windy, partly cloudy. Oh, it's 9:30 a.m. for you, Deb? Day's just starting. Well, this being day of prayer for college, there were no recitations. Okay. Brayer. Okay. Got up at 7. Studied bridge design till 10:15. Oh, you're in the future. Yes. Nice. Went to church. On something. Oh, Dr. Nicholson preached on what something ye of the Christ. What think ye? I think it's what think ye of the Christ. After dinner, I studied descriptive geometry, astronomy, and geology, and helped Clifford on his new electric light. Oh, that's hilarious. So that little side plot has gotten wrapped up. I love that. I love when that happens. So if you weren't here like 20 minutes ago, Clifford's light blew up and almost started a fire, and Ralph threw it out of the window. Saved his life. And now Clifford got a new lamp. So maybe his other lamp wasn't electric, and it was like a gas lamp or something. That's so funny. Oh, Valentina, you missed a bunch of it. Well, did you miss Clifford's lamp catching on fire? We'll go back at the end. I only have 1 day left, so I'll go back and read that entry, because that was probably the most drama we've had. Okay, so Clifford's gonna try out a new lamp. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll go back. Where did I leave off? Hold on. New electric light. Heath called just after dinner. After supper, Draper called. I studied descriptive geometry and geology and bridge design. He must be sick of studying these things, because I'm sick of hearing him study these things. Till 12 o'clock and went to bed. Okay. One more, I think. Is there 31 days in January or 30? 2 more. Okay. 2 more days of January. So in George's January 30th, after breakfast, went down to Aunt Ad's. This is cool, the return of all these people who we learned about in the 1895 diary. Aunt Ad's, and we actually have a picture of her. So let me find her. Did I put her down here? Right here. This is Aunt Adeline. So she went to Aunt Ad's. Oh, January 30th is your birthday. Hold on. Happy diary birthday. Woohoo! Lucky duck. Okay. Went to Aunt Ad's. After dinner, went up to the Osbornes, back to Allie's, and we went then to call on Mrs. Loger? Can you explain how you got these diaries? Yes. Okay, so... Oh, hold on. Random question. Is anyone else's TikTok's not loading? Everything else is fine. I don't know. I wouldn't know, because I'm on my computer right now streaming. And the diaries, these... Oh, it could be Roger. Could be. These diaries were donated to us. We've done a couple of projects in the past where we read through old diaries, and then we're actually able to return them to descendants or relatives of the people who wrote the diary. So these, someone had watched, or someone had read about the other project and reached out to me and wanted to donate this set of 6 diaries, all written by either Ralph or Georgia, who are the 2 people we're kind of like going back and forth about right now, going back and forth from. So they were donated. We have read through like two full diaries of this series so far, and then we're in January of these 2. So we're on like the 3rd and 4th. And we've already found some relatives of Georgia's. Not direct descendants, because it doesn't seem like Ralph and Georgia had kids. But, you know, distant relatives and descendants of them we found in LaPorte City, that area. And they're going to take the physical diaries when we're done with them. So it actually was quicker of a process than I was expecting, because usually it takes a long time. With the other diaries that we read through, we called them the Weatherman diaries, because the guy, we didn't know his name, and he talked about the weather in every entry. So we nicknamed him the Weatherman until we learned his name, which was Todd. And it took a while to find relatives of his. We actually found his great-grandson. So I have an interview on if you have a YouTube, on my YouTube page, I have like a long video that's an interview with Jim. And that's his great-grandson. So it was pretty cool. And then we sent those diaries to him, and he has them now. And yes, Valentina is explaining that the pictures come from the photos we get through the research. So I have a Patreon group that Valentina's in. There's a bunch of people in the comments that are in this group, and we're called the Diary Detectives. And together we go deeper. So on the live, I type through the diary, but then on the Patreon, the Discord, we go deeper and like find the people that they're talking about. That's why I keep my lists as I go. And we find like pictures of them and articles about them, and we share it with each other, and then sometimes I'll stick them in these Google Slides. But yeah, it's fun. It's like a mystery. It's like solving a mystery or putting like all the pieces of someone's life together just from what they tell us. It's pretty amazing what you can find, considering it's in 1903. We still find a lot of information and pictures, and it's really fun. I enjoy it. And I think everyone in the group enjoys it too. That's why they're there. We're all little diary detectives. I can show you what Ralph looks like, but unfortunately we don't have a picture of Georgia. So we have Ralph, and this is what Ralph looks like about the time of this diary. This was in 1903, I think. So that's him. He looks like a little boy. This is also in that same yearbook, I think. Or maybe it's in the same, like, it's from his college years. That's Ralph a little bit older. And then him even older. So we've got a lot of pictures of Ralph. No pictures of Georgia yet, but yes, they're both from that same yearbook. Yeah, so these are from 1903, which is the same year that this diary is taking place in. It is addictive, I know. It's a problem, because like when you have other things to do and you're like really into something, it's so hard to focus on anything else. I have my final for my class that I've been taking tomorrow, so after that, I don't have schoolwork to do for a couple of weeks. All right. So I'll be doing research. Went to Aunt Becky McMilkin. Then got my grip and started for Depot. Stopped at Allie's mother, then to Ed Kober's. And I then went to Depot. She then went to Depot. Oh, with me. Okay. And she then went to Depot with me. With us. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's finding the time to do it. And thank you. It is cool. It's definitely something that I never expected myself to get into, and it just kind of happened. And it's amazing that there are so many other people who are so interested in it. So if you just stumbled in, I don't know your name, I just see TS it looks like, but if you just stumbled in, I'm here every Tuesday. I go live, and then the Discord is open. Like if you join the Patreon, it's open all the time. So, and we do like separate live chats too, like video chats. But the going to the depot means not the Home Depot. For me, it's the Home Depot. Going to the depot means the train station. And she went to the depot with us. Walked home from depot, had supper, and helped do the dishes. Pleasant day. Expected Ralph at 5:10, but he missed his connections and came at 8 o'clock. All right, he missed his train. So he'll probably talk about that too. We'll get his perspective of that. Wait, oh, that's hers. Okay, now I'm going to jump to Ralph on the 30th. Okay. Okay. Cold, clear, cloudy, or windy. Got up at probably got delayed buying some 10-cent hot lemonade. Got up at 7. Recited astronomy. I just love 1903 diary inside jokes. It's like the nerdiest thing. And descriptive geometry. Chemistry. And chapel. As usual. That reminds me of Edna, as usual. Went to, or nothing unusual, that's what she would say. Nothing unusual. Went to something, senior, Adelph, which is the Adelphian Society class meeting at Macmillan's room. Ooh, I think he hasn't mentioned Macmillan. Maybe he's the president of the... You're blind? Oh no. What? Oh, am I missing something? Valentina, are you good? At 12:30. Oh, were you not sure what we were doing? Which one we were on? I don't know. I'll make sure you're good. Got ready to go to Waterloo. Train 1:30. Late and missed RJ train or RI train at CR, Cedar Rapids. Caught IC. God, there's so many different abbreviations. Caught IC train via Manchester and got to Wooloo at 8 p.m. Why did that not go? Okay, 8 p.m. So in his experience, you usually watch from your desktop, you're watching from your phone, so it's tiny. In his experience, it was the train's fault that he was late. He didn't miss his connection. He missed his connection because the first train was late. Georgia telephoned me that the crowd was waiting for me to go to the surprise on Earl Shepherd. Surprise something. Earl Shepherd and wife. And went over immediately. About a dozen something. Present, about a dozen present. Got back at 11:30. Yes, they both say he got there at 8. Got back at 11:30 and talked till 12:30 and went to bed. Good time at party. Bad time getting to it. Oh, is that what he said? That's so funny. I never think of people from 1903 being like witty and funny. Good time at party, bad time getting to it. I love that. Okay. He is a funny man. That's cool. It's so fun to see people's humor through this. And I feel like it's hard sometimes to show your humor in a diary, like, through just your writing and your documentation of your days, you know? But, like, it happens. It works. After breakfast, got ready, and Ralph and I went to the office, helped with dinner dishes, and then went back to office again. So they're just working all weekend. Helped with supper dishes. God, she just does dishes all the time. Bread papers, went down left town to several places. Then came home and visited. Went to bed at 11:30. Pleasant day. So they are, I think, engaged. I'm not 100% sure because they haven't mentioned specifically being engaged, but they do get married in December of this year. So I'm just assuming they're engaged, but it's possible that he hasn't proposed to her yet, and maybe he will, and we'll see it happen, but I don't know. He could have already. We don't have the 1902 diary, so we don't know. She's a better woman than me. I hear dishes and I run. That's funny. I want to know what they're eating. I'm so invested in this and all the dishes. Yeah. What got me into this whole hobby was this 1917 diary. And so I read through it and I started to look up the people in it. And luckily it was someone who was very researchable. Like, she was in high society in Brooklyn, so her family was pretty well known. So that kind of got me obsessed with this. And a lot of the places where she goes, so she'll go to this fancy hotel to eat lunch with her friends or something. And you can actually look up, they have saved menus from that hotel restaurant from that year. So you can actually look at the menus that they were looking at. I think that's so cool. And you can pick out what you would eat. I made a couple of videos. They're buried at this point, probably 100 videos down on my TikTok, but there was a time where I was really into looking at the menus that she was ordering from. And we just saw, I don't know if you were here for it, but we were just looking at the book. Do I still have it up? No. Oh, here. We were looking at this book of, it's not food, but it's drink recipes. Oh, these are all ads at the end of different machines. Cool. And I'm definitely going to save this and print some pictures from it. I think the reason this is so cool is because my great-great-grandmother had tons of diaries. Oh, that's really cool. Does someone in your family still have them? I know. The only reason I'm hoping they're not yet is so we can hear about the proposal. I agree. I kind of want to hear about that too. I really want to hear about that too. All right, hold on. Now we're on. Let's make sure we're on the right thing. Ralph. Clear, warm. Got up at 8. Went to the office with Georgia at 9. Went over to Mayor Baker, president of, I don't know if that says mayor. I don't know. Maybe not. My hair looks so long. Yeah, it's not too long, but it's getting longer. I haven't cut it in a long time. Okay, went over to, I don't know what that says. It might not be mayor. President of Southern Zinc and Copper. Major. I trust Penny. Southern Zinc and Copper Mining Co. We could look up that mining company too. And got data for a plot on which I worked till noon and after dinner from 1 to 6. Went downtown with Georgia. After supper, came back and talked till 11. Took a bath and went to bed. Yeah, he seems like he's feeling better. You remember them from when you were really little? Oh, you should ask around, because I bet somebody inherited them and has them in a box somewhere, and you could probably, if you're into this stuff, it's amazing if you get the chance to do it with like actual family documents, because you can learn about your family and preserve your family history and then share it with your family who will, you know, really appreciate it, you know? So you should definitely poke around, ask. I bet they're somewhere. I bet someone would go, oh yeah, I think I have them in this box and I'll go check. And then you have like so much to go through. That'd be great. It's interesting they both use pencil. Do people write a lot with pencil these days? I don't know. It seems like Ralph and Georgia definitely do. And it's annoying because when I take pictures of it, if the lighting is not at the right angle, it just like lights up the page and kind of, you know how graphite will like sheen. So if it's at the wrong angle when I'm taking the picture, you can't read half the words. So I prefer pen. All right, so Valentina, you still here? Because I can go back. We'll find the day with the lamp explosion. Nice. Okay. So on January 23rd. Okay, get out of here. Got up at 7, recited astronomy, went to the post office, got letters, shaved, blah, 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 blah. After supper, went to society. After society, Clifford's lamp exploded, and I threw it out of the window. This was a narrow escape from fire. Then I made some egg sandwiches. I think he said 4. The 4 in the house. And then some hot lemonade and poultice for his chest and went to bed. So that was the friend's lamp exploding, and it took his friend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to find the day that his friend... Wait, when did his friend get a new lamp? I think I missed it. I did. He said electric. When did it explode? So hard to tell because we go back and forth and we read 2 at the same time. January 23rd it exploded. So it took him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to get a new lamp. He was living in the dark for 6 days. Yeah, did Edna? Yeah, I think Edna used... She definitely used pen most of the time. I can't remember if she used blue pen. Just picturing him sitting in the dark for 6 days, thinking about how Ralph saved his life. It'd be crazy if there was an article about the lamp explosion, but it didn't result in a fire, so I feel like there wouldn't be. But I was thinking maybe there would be a newspaper article about this friend's party. Earl Shepherd. Well, we know it's January, actually. Oh. No. It's not... He's not dead, so... It's not that first one. Eating egg sandwiches in the dark, marinating in the smell of hot lemonade and smoke. Yes. And poultice. Well, nothing is loading. Oh, well, there's nothing anyway. I'll switch that to Iowa and do Earl Shepherd. Maybe it wasn't in. Nope. All right, well, no articles that I can see. Yes, the flaxseed poultice. No articles I can see about that event, but we're going to keep looking. So for the diary detectives, we decided on the next video meeting. So it's going to be May 16th at 5:30. I put that in the Discord, but I like to say it here too, just in case people missed it. And I will upload the entries to the website. I'll upload the replay to the YouTube, and I will put in our list of research topics to the Discord. So I think I'm going to go eat. Oh, good. Okay. Well, we miss you, so definitely. I'm glad you'll be there. I'm going to go eat my dinner. I have made an event to register if you want to. If you want to make sure you get notifications on my TikTok page, you can go click register for the event. Or you can put it in your calendar. It's going to be next Tuesday at 6 p.m. like usual. So I will see you guys next week. We'll start February. So that's exciting. Finally. All right. Thank you, everybody. Everyone who comes every week. You're awesome. It's nice to get to talk to you all. So, yep. See you next week. See you on Tuesday. Thanks, Nikki. Bye, Trish. Bye, Felix. Bye, Corinne. Bye, Pat.